episode 3 of Beyond Everything.
I'm Yasmin and this is Sarah, and today we're going to be talking about the Capriani. What is it?
Coperni. Guys, is it called Cipriani or Capriani? It's a restaurant.
Okay, whatever. Come on, carry on. About the Fashion Week with Bella Hadid and how the future of fashion is...
Okay, wait, before we start, guys, please make sure to like, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram. And also comment what you would like to see next.
Yeah.
And your opinions on this episode. Okay, we can get started now.
Make sure to also stalk us because we've got a lot of content for really you guys.
Cool stuff.
And just behind the scenes content that you guys would like to watch and everything. So we're gonna be talking about the
Cipriani, the Coperni, basically the famous spray-on dress with Bella Hadid, and how technology is influencing. I can't speak today. Influencing the future of fashion. Okay.
So for the Paris, it's a fashion brand, spring 2023. They used a Fabricant sprayable liquid fiber to spray a dress onto a model. And it was shown at Paris Fashion Week, and I feel as though that was very different towards other fashion weeks and other fashion.
Honestly, one of the most iconic moments ever. It was a very it was a very innovative technique, I think, and it's never been done before. This is the first time we see a model standing literally on the runway while a dress is getting sprayed on. Literally, it's kind of spontaneous, and it's improvised as well because they're spraying on the dress in front of the audience. And you can see how the fibers gliding on her skin, and they cut the little pieces off, and they make a slit in the dress, and then she just walks in it. And it was mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing.
And it's very different and unique, and it was something that was never seen before. We're gonna be inserting the picture.
The pictures here.
Bella Hadid.
The machinery they used was out of this world. The dress, the walk, the model, just everything was mind-blowing. And I think it is definitely a moment for the books. Fashion books. So, yeah.
So, the fabric, the spray-on fabric was natural, synthetic fibers, such as wool, cotton, nylon, and cellulose, depending on the desired feel.
How is all of that just, into a spray machine?
I have no idea. Yeah. Science.
It's crazy.
And it was suspended to a polymer solution. And
I'm going to pretend I understand what that is.
Me too.
But that is crazy. And as we know, fashion has always been at the forefront of innovation and always coming up with new designs, cool concepts, trends, and it's just been a really, really big sector in the creative field.
Yeah.
And product design field. And we've seen technology advancements from the beginning of sewing machines when it first came out. Sewing machines. Sewing machines. Okay, sewing machines. So obviously first everything was hand stitched, and now there's sewing machines, and now there's even more stuff like technology and AI that literally helps predict what trends are coming, what people are looking for, the gaps in the fashion market, and it's insane. It's making everybody's life easier. And yeah, it's just really out of this world. So how do you think technology is going to affect the future of fashion?
Honestly, I feel as though it's just going to evolve from here, and these designers are going to find more of an interesting and iconic way to showcase their fashion and what they do, especially with these models and everything. So I feel as though it's just gonna get stronger, and people are just gonna keep on having these moments where wow, it just shocks the people who are interested in fashion. And I don't I'm not into fashion as much regarding the models and everything, but when I saw that I was just wow. It brings more people drawn into fashion.
It's a very basic piece. It's not even about the dress. The dress wasn't all that. It's just a plain white dress. There's nothing special to it. It's about the way they did that. The way they just did it on demand, on stage like that, live. you literally created a dress out of a can and a bottle. Like
Yeah.
it's absolutely insane.
And I find it weird because it came out like it had like a suede texture like feel to
Yeah,
it.
it was.
So like that's kind of
It's,
like
you can't really understand its textures, but artificial intelligence it's reshaping brands' approach to product design and development, and obviously AI. We already know that it's used in the prototyping area of fashion. So a lot of robots and machines and all of that just produce prototypes and see the future trends and what people are currently looking for, what people will want in the future. It's kind of like the robots are predicting the possible, preferable, and probable
Yeah.
for fashion. Like it's really cool. And what else? I also read that Stitch Fix is already like it's a forefront of AI-driven fashion with its hybrid design garments. And these are created by algorithms that identify trends and styles missing from the Stitch Fix inventory. So that is really cool. Imagine just thinking to yourself as a brand, like let's say I don't know, Zara. And I'm just thinking like, oh, what are the clients looking for? Back then they would just sit down and draw some ideas on the paper, sketches, do some market research, see what's missing. Now they just have AI algorithms that figure all of this out for you. So in a sense, it's kind of making everything easier for
easier
them.
and faster for like
And less cost production, less
yeah.
just, yeah, definitely affecting the world of fashion.
And it's only gonna grow from here and then get better with the technology and the ideas that people have. So I think that's a really great move, and I'm
And
really
it's
like
definitely going to
curious
open,
to like
I think it's definitely going to open more revenue streams as well and just more opportunities in general. So it's all good. But the one part, I feel like the one downside is that clothes are no longer going to feel like sentimental and unique anymore. I feel like clothing is going to start to feel like, oh, like everyone's wearing this same piece and like everyone is just following the trends. So the trends are literally like what people are following. Nobody really wants to buy a clothing item because they like it. No, it's like this is trendy, I'm gonna get it. So this brings us to our next topic of fast fashion and fast fashion trends. So what do you think about these trends? Like how, let's say, cargo pants can come in style for 2 months, and 2 months later, everybody's like, no, scratch that, we don't like that anymore. What do you think this is doing to consumers, the environment, and just fashion in general?
I feel as though for like the people like they have this herd like quality within them, like they just follow fashion and then like people don't like it. Oh, I don't like it anymore. And it shouldn't be like that. Everyone should have their own style and everyone should dress comfortably and on their own basis. They shouldn't be following other people. Yeah, it's nice to like look at like other like fashion trends and like styles for like
I agree.
inspiration and everything. But it shouldn't be like taken like because like ripped jeans and like skinny jeans and ripped jeans are like way out and no one wears that anymore. And it's known as something embarrassing to wear
Yeah,
nowadays.
it's like, oh, you're wearing ripped jeans, you're wearing skinny jeans. Like, literally, if Kylie comes out tomorrow and wears skinny jeans, then it's over. Everybody's gonna be like, oh, I want
Yeah.
skinny jeans now. So I feel like it's not, there's no more personalization and kind of like, it's no longer like customized to yourself and what you like. It's more of like, oh, I want to wear what everybody else is wearing. And honestly, that's making fashion brands' lives easier because they just create in bulk the same products that they know that people like and they know are going to sell out. And that's it. You never really find anything like eye-catching or like, oh, I must have this now. Everything's just basic.
Everything's basic and it shouldn't be like that. Like you shouldn't be following the society and what they like and what they wear and what they think is fit or not. But I think it's only gonna get worse from there because people are they just have that like following like
Obviously,
mentality.
for the environment as well, this is really bad because like when you have trends and then you're like, oh, never mind, this is out of trend, I don't want it anymore. You throw all of these things away and like we keep like recreating like other trends and all of that, and you're just wasting material, you're wasting resources, and it's not good. And that's why I feel like sustainable clothing brands are really like they're starting to enter the market and they're really taking like they're really becoming a big hit right now. So
Yeah.
obviously, I feel like if we lean towards that more, people are gonna start wearing those. Because obviously, I don't know if you know Pangaya. We'll insert some photos here. These create like kind of athleisure loungewear, and it's like comfortable tracksuits, shorts, jackets, shirts, sweatpants, joggers, like all of that. And they're all made out of organic materials, sustainable resources, and just recycled products. And it's a bit more on the pricey side, but it is definitely, I think it's better for the environment. And it's also innovative, and we're learning to make like saving our environment and our planet cool into like,
I feel like that's gonna be a big thing. Like fashion brands are gonna like look more into like the resources that they use, and they're gonna start like making use of like recycled material, and they're just gonna save more. And I feel as though that's gonna really help the environment, and it's gonna like shock the consumers and the people who are like viewing the things that they're
yeah,
making.
it's definitely
So-
becoming a big thing in the market right now. So I feel like
And it should
fashion
be
brands,
more of that.
yeah, fashion brands entering the market right now because there's not really much gap anymore. That's where they're heading, into the environmentally friendly sector. I think it's working out pretty well. And, everyone's loving it. So, what's it called? Let's talk about the future of fashion as a whole. So I think, honestly, people are gonna stop buying from fast fashion clothes. I think Zara and like Bershka and all of that, Shein, even though these are all pretty affordable, but sooner or later they're gonna start going down because our, just global warming, climate change, all of that is really getting bad for our environment. And I feel like people are gonna lean towards more sustainable clothing and just not fast fashion. But the issue is that these brands that are not fast fashion, these are very expensive. So do you think new brands are going to be created that are a bit more affordable, like designer clothing?
Honestly, it depends on like the creators, but like in the future, I can like see that people are gonna like create more brands like H&M, Bershka, and Topshop.
Yeah,
Forever
even H&M,
21.
they have like an organic blend section now where it's just organic clothing and it's
And I think
sustainable
that's a really
clothing.
good thing because people don't like statement colors, and they don't like wearing like flashy clothing within like the colors and everything.
That's true. I mean, I love that. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
I'm wearing green right now, but I like a solid color moment, a bright color.
Personally, I
always
prefer wearing basic clothing items. So the fact that H&M has like they have a sector filled with like basic clothing is just like it makes sense to like the basic like clothing wearers and everything. So that's a really good thing. What do
Yeah,
you think about?
exactly. I was just reading about like fast fashion and how it's basically just quick, everything gets produced, manufactured, and then it's just distributed. So it's very, it's very quick, and it's a quick fix to buying basically designer clothes. But instead of designer, you're buying from Zara and H&M, which are still really good. So it's basically revolved around speed and agility. And once these retailers spot a new trend, they will just take it and make a bunch of it. And then you end up with all of these stores having these same exact products, which is the issue because if you have the same exact products, there's no more personalization to it, like what differentiates this brand from this brand. So I feel like this can kind of take a toll on fashion in the future. Do you agree?
I agree with what you said. Yeah.
Exactly. So I feel like that's what's gonna happen. And especially with season change and all of that, then like they just throw out a huge bulk that they've had of clothing and then just restock the new trends. And I don't think it is, just sustainable and economically good for the brands in general. So I feel like that is going to affect the, fashion world.
But like it kind of makes sense because like these brands, they have their own like websites where you can like purchase their items, and people from like all over like the world can like get them. They should have like a worldwide like the website for them, like so people can like order from like different places.
Yeah, that's true. Honestly,
depending on the climate and like what
Yeah.
position they're put in.
exactly. Moving on, I feel like you know how there's like we watched Elysium and like a bunch of uh, just futuristic, robotic looking films. And I feel like that theme is gonna really step into fashion. Like just in general, like metallic colors, the use of metals in your clothing, hardware, um, gear kind of. I feel like that is definitely entering the fashion world right now. And it is making a huge impact. So in a way, technology is kind of, it has a direct impact on fashion trends.
Yeah, I agree with that. And honestly, thinking about it, I think Sarah's right. And it is kind of entering like the fashion industry, and the changes
Like-
are like very, like it's subtle, but you can still like see them and notice the difference.
Exactly. And obviously because you need unique clothing. And so I feel like these trends are good. I don't know if you've seen like the diesel bags, but they're like there's metallic ones and there's like blue, red, silver, and they just look very like something out of like I don't know, just like
Out of the
UFO, like alienish, and like their whole like design, like clothes. Even Kylie posted a photo in it, and like the bag and the outfit and everything, and it kind of looked almost robotic. The metallic materials, the kind of like not monochromatic, sorry, just like holographic sort of look, and it's just very, it's giving me very much like robot, AI, and I'm here for it, to be honest. I think.
Do you see yourself wearing metallic
Yeah.
things and metal?
I mean, metallic pants I would wear. Literally metal, like my clothes, like if there's hardware.
Like a string of metal.
No, I would never do that. I hate these chains. You don't understand. I'll put a photo here, but I do not like these chains. I like I'll show you an example over here of the diesel shirt I'm talking about. It has like metal hardware over here that just says D, and the bags as well. And I think that new diesel rebranding is really influencing lots of other brands.
And that's a really good thing. Like it's like a step up from like what's
From basic to
yeah.
Something
And with
better.
fashion, like it can be extended and people like choose like to like stay in their comfort zones, but like to see that
Exactly.
people like celebrities and
Zone-
people
like
who like
branch out.
enjoy fashion, like seeing them like step out of their comfort zone and like try something different and just like be like up to like good ideas and like different changes. I think that's a really good thing and it should be more.
Definitely, I think branching out is really good for brands in general, and models like Bella Hadid really encourage that.
Yeah.
I feel like when Coperni chose her to spray the dress on, I think it was a perfect fit. It was very much a her thing. It really matched her personality, and it was just a really good idea in general. And even her Instagram, she combines like different fabrics, different like gold and silver and rose gold and just different fabrics and kind of like a boyish but feminine look. And I think her style, it's controversial. Not everyone likes it, but it's very innovative, and it definitely is influencing the fashion world.
And yeah, that's about it. But
That's a wrap. So
thank you so much for listening and
yes,
watching our podcast.
thank you, and let us know what you guys want to watch next. And make sure to
Like and subscribe and comment down below what you'd like to watch and
follow our Instagram.
Instagram, yeah, so you can
Follow
watch
our
the behind
Instagram
the
as well.
scenes.
And also let us know if you want us to visit places in Dubai, like restaurants, or go to clothing stores and like just like display some of the fashion work and whatever. If you guys want that, let us know and we will create reels on our Instagram. And yeah, thank you for watching.
Thank you so much for watching.